everybody. Welcome to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania and the Skyline Sports Complex for tonight's USL Pro Soccer action. Harrisburg with a record of 3-1-4 hosts the Wilmington Hammerheads with a record of 3-3-4. Hi everybody, I'm Chad Edwards along with Larry Julius, and tonight it's a hot one on the island. Both of these teams need victories. Larry, what do both of these teams need to do to pull a victory out here tonight?
Well, Chad, Wilmington playing last night and then traveling has to come out and make sure that they defend well and make sure that they don't overdo themselves right from the get-go and come out and expend too much energy. And the same token, Harrisburg has to come out and establish a rhythm and go to goal. They want to be on the attacking side. It's their home. They want to establish their rhythm, and they want to be able to put the first mark on the goal. So from my perspective, if I'm Harrisburg, I want to come at this game as if, hey, we're playing, we're here to win, we got to come out hard, come out of the gates, establish a rhythm, and we want to be the first one to strike.
Both of these teams, 5th and 6th in the standings, Harrisburg in 5th, Wilmington in 6th. Wilmington comes off a 1-1 tie to Rochester last night, so we'll have to see how the heat and the fatigue plays in that. Harrisburg coming off a huge win, 3-1 in Open Cup play against the New York Red Bulls, so they're on fire right now. With both of these teams starting to really peak, you know, Wilmington beating Orlando last Friday night by a score of 3-1. That was a big victory. Of course, Orlando seems to be just tromping all over everybody in the USL Pro. So Wilmington is really starting to peak at the same time as Harrisburg. I think we're in for a big game, and both of them need wins.
Well, you know, we saw Orlando play last year. Orlando was as good as any MLS team I've seen all year. And granted, if you're competing with Orlando, obviously you're putting together a good side. So this league, there's so much parity in this league. To me, really who gets hot at the end is going to be the key.
Exactly. You got to, you know, you start slow. We talked about this before. Harrisburg comes out a little slow out of the gate, but they always peak at the right time, and maybe that seems to be the same thing with Wilmington because both of these teams starting to move up that ladder. Should be an interesting one here today. Both of them need the wins. Both of them are playing well. I think we're in for a good battle here. Stay with us. We got it all coming up. USL Pro Soccer on Invicta Sports.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The neurologist said you will lose the ability to swallow, to breathe. You will die. I asked the neurologist, why? If we could transplant hearts, couldn't we also replace damaged motor neurons?
Jennifer devoted the last 6 years of her life to wiping out ALS. Project ALS has created a new paradigm for disease research.
We know the goal. We want to get a cure for ALS.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
And welcome back to the Skyline Sports Complex. Getting ready to get things started here from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We'll take a look at the starters for tonight's game. Looking at the Wilmington Hammerheads. Harworth will get the start and goal with Musa, Nicholson, Cole, Guzman, Budny, Lassiter, Riley, Holmes, Herzog, and Evans out in front of him. And looking over at the Harrisburg starting lineups, Noble will get the call again tonight. In front of him will be Duckett, Leroy, Marshall on BG, Welker, Basso, Langley, Noon, Torre, and Pelletier. And, of course, the two names we want to keep an eye on is Noble and, of course, Torre has been just on fire lately.
You know, talking to Coach Betch before the game, he said by far he's been their best player. His match fitness is high. Of course, you know, that's always been questioned for me whether he can play a full 90. But he has been brilliant the last couple games, and quite honestly, he has impacted the game. And Noble, Chad, without Noble and gold against the Revolution as well as the Red Bulls, they would not have gotten those results.
Taking a look at the standings here in the USL Pro, of course, on top is Orlando City, followed by Rochester. Rochester lately has been slipping, though, in terms of 2 straight losses and then a tie here for Rochester. And then Charleston, and there you see in 5th and 6th, Harrisburg and Wilmington really tight there in terms of points. They're both tied with 13 points. Harrisburg just ahead of them in the standings, but this is a big game tonight for both squads. We mentioned that in pregame.
Yeah, I think this goes into what we were saying about the fact that, you know, if you come out of the gate super hot, you got to be able to sustain that, you know, and it's always hard to stay on top an entire season. Harrisburg notoriously has just slowly started, stayed in it, and then got hot right when they needed to and peaked at the right time. And that's a true mark of a professional team. If you come out and you're getting result after result after result, after a while your players can become a little complacent. And I think Harrisburg, and again, I got to give credit to the coaching staff because they do a nice job preparing their players, and they just peak at the right moments. And I think when they do that, and that's why we've seen them each year getting themselves back to the finals or darn close to the finals.
And taking a look at the weather right now, 90 degrees here on the island. Of course, where we are, we got a little slight breeze just starting to pick up a little bit. So very warm down there. You see another good crowd on the island here tonight. Nice to see that. Of course, Harrisburg winning as of late with those big wins like you'd mentioned over New England and over New York draws the people out as well. So we're happy to see the fans out there. And if you're watching for the first time, get the kids together and come on out. I'm telling you, this is fantastic soccer. It's great entertainment. Even if you're not a soccer fan, you'll enjoy this on the island. They do a great job here, the Harrisburg City Islanders. They have jumpy tents for the kids to play in, games and stuff around, and, of course, great professional soccer as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, what kind of sport and what kind of team can you go to at the end of a match? Your child can run on the field, and they'll be willing to stand and give you his autographs for as long as you're willing to stay out there. They're willing to stay out there, which is fantastic.
Exactly. So we're just waiting here for the official kickoff, and the referee's waiting for the correct time, and we are off and running here. Wilmington in their light blue right now for you at home, going from left to right, and Harrisburg in their dark blue home uniforms with the white shorts going from, Wilmington going left to right, Harrisburg going right to left.
You know, Chad, before the game gets kicked off here and gets into it, I'd like to give a little shout out to Mike Butella, the long time equipment manager for the Harrisburg Heat, the Hershey Impact, the Hershey Wildcats, and now the Harrisburg City Islanders. And Mike told me today, after 28 years of serving, he decided he had taken off most of the season. He missed it and has come back to the game.
That's good. He's such a great guy, I'm telling you. And that's the type of people you find around here. There isn't a bad person on the island. When you come out here, the staff, the people that run this organization are absolutely fantastic. We'll take a look here as Mbiji was taken down on the play here. The ball comes over for him, and he just gets it played away. And right there, clipped at the ankle. And that always hurts. You take that knock right to the – it looks like he's holding his knee, though, but it looked like he got clipped on the ankle there, Larry.
Well, you know, as a player, sometimes you may get hit in one spot and then the other part tweaks somewhere else. And so where you feel the pain isn't necessarily where you gotten hit at. And, you know, I know it's unfortunate. It looks a little chippy, but as a soccer player, it doesn't take a lot to get hurt.
Brian Mbiji, of course, with the assist on the first goal of the game for the City Islanders the other night to tie things up to go to overtime. Or I should say to put the Islanders up 1-0 before they went into overtime. So Brian with a nice chip over the top for Angulu, who scored that one. So long ball driven down here by Noble. Wilmington will settle it down. Both teams here, I'm sure, will feel each other out. Like I said before, Wilmington played last night, Larry, 1-1 tie against Rochester. And you know Rochester is always a very, very physical game. So we'll have to see how much of those knocks and bangs from last night will affect them here tonight.
And, of course, you know, you got to travel on that, not a good night's sleep. But you know what? You're a pro. I mean, when you get here, you're ready to play. Whether you're a little fatigued or not, they know they're off tomorrow. You know, they're going to have to come out. They're on the road. They got a point last night. I'm certainly sure they're looking for at minimum a point tonight, possibly all three, because they are so tight with Harrisburg. I'm sure they like to move up in standings if they possibly can, and they'll play the game. And if it's tight, and it's a winnable game for them towards the end, then they may open up and try and go for it.
Basso. BG will keep it in near that end line now. Basso looking to make the cross. Looks like he was offside, so an offsides charge there. Wilmington will get the kick. Alex Horworth will take the kick out of University of Wisconsin. Played with the New York Red Bulls. Is back down here playing with the Wilmington Hammerheads. Taking a look down their list. Got a couple players, of course, playing for the New York Red Bulls as well. Was Tyler Lassiter, and Tyler he played with them quite a bit, and curious as to why he's back down here playing, maybe an injury and recovering from that. A lot of times that's what you see. The Houston Dynamo, Daniel Roberts, and Chivas USA as well. We've got Jachindu for them. So lots of players on both teams, you know. JT Noon had to stint up with the Philadelphia Union and stuff, so both squads have players that are floating now, and that's what I love to see is the USL Pro and the MLS have they've really become closer and aligned in terms of almost that farm team style thing like you see in hockey and baseball and stuff like that, where you have, you know, your supporting clubs, and it's nice to see the relationships between some of these teams in the USL Pro and of course in the MLS.
Well, you know, that's key, Chad. I mean, it's you having a young player, 21, 22 years old out of college, who's a quality collegiate player but needs time to play, and if he's not going to get the minutes in the MLS, hey, work an opportunity for him here in the USL Pro League. Give him the opportunity to play, be more consistent, develop his game, and then go up and impact in the MLS.
Nice ball swung in there, an opportunity for Wilmington. Islanders able to head it out, and BG got a head on it. So a good clear there. Riley for Wilmington now. Ball taken away, and BG was able to get that away of Bundy. Just found out also Corey Herzog is from the Red Bulls as well. He comes in with 5 points, 3 goals on the season, so having a good season as well for the Wilmington Hammerheads. Evans will take the kick now. Flick on there. Now this one comes all the way across the box, and that one headed away by Duckett. Islanders will clear it out now. Wilmington's doing a good job here, Larry. They're forcing really early here that defense of Harrisburg to stay home, that's for sure. Here's Torre down this left side now. And that went too far from him and out of play. Good run. Goal kick for Wilmington.
Torre with tremendous pace, breakaway pace. He was 10 yards in the rear and came back and caught onto the ball. Torre would have been a little better served to, instead of trying to cut the corner with the outside of the right, maybe slow it down, change his pace a little bit once he got possession, because his pace is just blinding, especially with the ball. Not many players are as fast with the ball as they are without, and Torre is one of those that happens to be as fast with as he is without.
I apologize. I kept saying that it was Duckett in the game. It's actually Leroy that got the start tonight for the Islanders in the center of the field. Duckett's on the far side, still in the game as well. So here's Marshall with it. Just going to play it off the sidelines and keep things safe on that far side. Throwing for Wilmington.
It's my understanding through Coach Betcher that Tommy Brandt and Lucky
Mukasada.
I have a hard time with that name. Are both graduating from college this evening.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's right. I forgot both of them were straight out of college.
Yeah.
Priorities.
One is Dartmouth and one is Penn University.
Two great schools. Here's MBG trying to get to it. Wilmington will settle it down. They'll pull it all the way back. Musa sends it in. Pelletier able to get a foot on that. It'll go off, though. Riley from Budney, and then center of the field here. Wilmington trying to control here. Out for Budney again. Nice ball sent in, and that one gathered up by Noble for the Islanders. I tell you what, he has had an absolute fantastic season. He's out of Charleston, West Virginia. And you mentioned it. If it wasn't for Noble against New England and the Red Bulls, I think those would have been victories, you know, with any other goaltender in between those pipes.
You know, what we've seen so far in the year with Noble, Chad, is that his level of confidence has grown tremendously from the beginning until now. He's been coming out. He's very active. He's a very athletic goalkeeper to begin with. But he's been very athletic off his line. He's direct in traffic. He's been very visible inside of his 18. Anything that drops in the 18, he has his belief that he's going to win it, which I love in a goalkeeper. You know, so he has done fantastic. And, you know, again, we've talked about players from the Islanders in the past that we thought, well, we'd see them shortly, and then they would, of course, move on to the MLS. You know, I think Nick Noble has those same attributes, and at some point will move on to the MLS. And
we've seen, you know, the top-level goalies that have played here on the island. Of course, his name escapes me now, that was playing for the Red Bulls and came down on loan and played here, Danny Shapiro.
Yep.
So we saw, and Chase Anderson as well, who's up playing for, you know, for Philly right now. So we've seen those types of goaltenders come through here on the island, and Nick Noble is probably one of the, maybe the best of the three that we just mentioned.
You know, I think also with the Islanders that they have Steve Woodison as a former professional goalkeeper, and I think Steve takes a lot of pride in his goalkeepers here on the island and has done a nice job with them. I mean, the Islanders for years
have had great goalies.
Great goalies, yeah, absolutely.
Ball swung in here. It's going to be too far for everybody. HBG for the Islanders now. Tell you, Wilmington right now, for playing last night, they don't look tired at all, Larry. They've, you know, if we look at the possession needle, if we had it, it's, you know, right now Wilmington's doing a good job possession-wise, but even more just pressure-wise in the offensive zone.
Well, there's a good likelihood that that their coach said, hey, let's come out of the gate strong. Let's go at these guys a little bit. They're expecting us to sit in and defend, and let's change it up a little bit. Let's go at them, and it's a good opportunity. He has done that just by the way they're playing. And, of course, you know, it is only one game. You know, the travel was only 4 hours away. So, you know, these guys are excited. They're playing good soccer right now. They're looking for results. They see the opportunity to take points from Harrisburg this evening. So, obviously, they came to play.
And take it at him. You know you got fresh legs to start the game. You're going to wear in that second half is when you're going to feel last night's game. So if you can put one or two in the net and kind of give yourself a little bit of a breather, at least a leg up, it's a lot easier to defend in that second half than to try and push to get back in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so if they do go up early, maybe one, possibly two, you know, then they don't have to chase the game. Then they lay it back on to Harrisburg. Then they can sit in.
Exactly. I'm impressed so far with Wilmington's play here tonight.
Yeah, this is a great matchup. I mean, tonight's game, the way the guys are both playing, I mean, Harrisburg kind of a little slow out of the gate, but, you know, I see a lot of similarities in the way Wilmington plays. They're putting pressure on a lot of balls, not giving the Harrisburg City Islanders very much in any way, shape, or form as far as the opportunities to connect any passes. And, again, I also am very impressed with the way Wilmington's been playing.
You know, coming off the type of victories that Harrisburg has had the last couple weeks, I mean, they've had just a fantastic 2 weeks. How do you keep that energy? How do you play off of that energy? One, with an emotional game and stuff like they've had to play with both New York and with New England. As much as you can ride that energy wave, it also drains you as a team. How do you as a professional player, you know, keep in check those emotions and those up and downs?
You know, Chad, that's a great question, and I'll tell you my personal opinion on that one is that you're a player. You love to play. Anytime you have an environment like this where you show up, you have a great field, you have a great fan base, your team has been performing, playing against some great teams, you're playing with a high level of confidence. Not to mention you couple that with loving the game of soccer. So there, of course, now you're on a night like tonight, 90 degrees out, which we would consider a little bit warm. These guys love it because they're hot, but yet they feel great. Their muscles don't ache. They're not sore. It's when it's chilly out that it starts becoming a bit of an issue. You have a hard time getting into it. But you come to play. You love the game. You never want to go sit on the bench. So you're out here to perform. They know if they're not getting it done that their first exit would be sitting. And so therefore I think there's some of that. Plus they are playing well and they're confident, and therefore, the result is what it is.
So is it harder to get up for a game like this after a big win like they had over the New York Red Bulls, or do you think it's easier?
I think there's an opportunity to become a little overconfident, thinking that you just beat the Red Bulls and now you're playing a team that's one seed below you. But then again, if you're Bill Betcher who knows the game inside and out, great pro, he'll come to his team and say, hey, you're on a high. You just came back from a great game. Don't let this game get away from you.
Lassiter with the foul on the far side, and both teams getting a little chippy early on. Part of that, the heat. But down on that far side is Torre right now. He's still down over there. He took a hard knock as he went to cut through. We'll see the ball here comes through and just, it looked like it stepped on the foot. Or maybe no. Did you see any?
It looked like maybe it scraped it across the tip of the toes. I didn't really see anything else.
If we get another look at it, we'll see here one more time. I'm not sure if they even made contact, basically looking at that replay. So we'll take a look at the replay again here and see if there was contact. The ball comes in right. Oh, did he get him in the face?
Oh, he got him with an elbow.
Got him. Okay, so that's what it was. I thought maybe he got him in the knee or the ankle, but that's what it was. It was an elbow to the face that sent Torre down. So
At first, I thought maybe he kind of cleaned him across the tip of the toes.
That's what I thought too, yeah.
But you can see his elbow swinging right through. As a matter of fact, if he has more contact than that, that's immediate ejection. But evidently the linesman didn't see it.
So Torre's still down on the field. We're going to pause so we can hear from some of our sponsors. Stay with us. Some great, exciting action still to come.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
Couple opportunities deep down there for the Islanders there. Off the restart and then a corner kick. Pelletier will take the kick now for the Islanders.
It's time to unleash your potential.
HBG had driven that one to the far post. Welker trying to get on the end of it, but it went wide as it was heading away. Now Pelletier drives it in. We're going to have a stop here. Pushing and shoving going on. The referee trying to get things under control early on here, Larry.
Well, they need to, Chad. They need to establish, especially after that missed call on the elbow from Lassiter. They have to make sure that they establish that this game is not going to be played like that.
So Pelletier sends this one in, headed on, and that one just wide of the mark by Duckett. What a golden opportunity lost there.
That's a great ball by Pelletier to whip the ball away from the keeper, and Duckett coming in, and especially with the sun in Harworth's eyes, great opportunity for the Islanders.
Take a look at the replay one more time here off the Pelletier cross. Comes in, and Duckett gets up in the air, keeps it down, but sends it wide of the mark. John Gregg, the new general manager of the Harrisburg City Islanders, is with us. I'm going to jump off the headsets, and Larry's going to talk to him a little bit about what's going on with the Islanders and some of the plans here in the future. John?
Thanks, Chad.
Hey, John, glad to have you on with us tonight.
Glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about your first year here as the general manager for the City Islanders and some of the changes that you've tried to implement so far.
Well, it's it's a constantly evolving sport for the Harrisburg area. You know, we've had a number of professional teams in the years past, and you know, it has to be a nice mix. I don't want to come in here and try to change everything. You know, we need to continue with our fan base. But some of the things that we did that I wanted to try to implement was obviously making the environment a nice environment to be in. And we've been unfortunate with rain in the past, first five home games or so. But the crowds have been coming out with some of our great wins over the MLS teams. But one of the big changes we really wanted to look at and focus in this year is making our environment more MLS-like. We're going after a younger crowd. We want to try to get a fan base that hasn't been out to a game before. We feel there's a whole crowd of people out there that need to come to the game to get a good feel of it and come back. So the soccer community has been great. They come out, they know about us. But what do we do to get the 25 to 40-year-old crowd that's never been to a game, the spontaneous ticket buyer that just wants something to do for the night?
Well, you and I both know that it's very critical for players to do appearances. I know you've been the guys out all over the area, and obviously it's always easy to get them out through youth organizations and what have you. And then the more you can introduce them to the kids, and then of course the kids come and then the parents come beyond that. Have you had any immediate plans as far as other events besides just youth events for the guys to get them out there in the environment to hit that 40 to 50 crowd?
Yeah, we did something actually with the York Revolution baseball team this past year, where they actually did a soccer clinic during one of their baseball games, before a baseball game, and they had I think it was around 800 kids come out. We've actively tried to do some stuff. There's a good chance. Actively tried to do some stuff with the Harrisburg Senators, some cross-promotional stuff where maybe some of their baseball players come out to our game and sign autographs, and maybe for one of their baseball games we bring the team out to a game and do some cross-promotional stuff like that. So, it's more about reaching the soccer, or not just the soccer fans, but the sports fans.
Right. Well, again, and again, it's to me, and obviously you've been around the game for an awful long time, the more recognizable players, and you guys have done a fantastic job of always having a handful of players that have grown up and played in the Harrisburg area, and the people locally have, especially you and myself, of course, have seen these kids grow up, and now they're having an opportunity to play professionally. So they have that opportunity to, for people to recognize them. And I think it's great if you reach back out to their former clubs and then they have an opportunity to aspire towards a Jason Pelletier or a JT Noon, or you have a Colin Zizzi now on your roster, which is great. But what I guess my question would be, you're doing the cross promotions. I think that's great also. What other plans do you have for the guys? I mean, you mentioned MLS environment. What other plans do you have beyond that? I think that's huge. I think that's great. Anything else beyond that that you guys may have planned in the future works? Maybe some more along the line of some international friendlies like you did in the past. Anything along that line?
Yeah, we've actually explored into that this year. Just the matter of the timing of when I started and mid October or so, to when you have to kind of get the ball rolling on those things. So we do have some stuff like that in the future. We have talked to some people that run some travel groups from overseas, mostly England, trying to possibly bring a team over. But we have to be obviously very careful, because we don't want to overload our guys with the games and stuff. But it's important for us to find a venue that's right. We've talked to a number of different venues about possibly bringing in games similar to the Union game next week at Hershey Park Stadium. But it would be a great thing for our players, our fans, and our area to be able to bring an English team in like we did in the past. I think another thing is that with 7 guys currently on the roster that are guys that are homegrown in this area, it's great for the kids. When we played for the Heat, indoor was just at a premium. Kids were playing indoor, boarded fields. Players were coaching. Kids could walk on the field and meet guys, and we weren't necessarily untouchable. As good as the other sports are here, it's really hard to, baseball kids aren't being coached by the Senators. Hockey teams aren't necessarily being coached by the Bears that I know of. And this is just a great hometown environment that you can just know people, and having a personal connection with the players is just all that more important for, I think, our area to grow.
Well, Chad, I know Chad needs to get back on with us, but John, hey, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Larry. Thanks for having me. Thanks,
Take
Chad.
Care. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks to John Gregg and the whole staff for the Harrisburg City Islanders. Doing a great job again this year. Of course, John taking over for Kirsten Rowe she's been here for a long time, and John has stepped in those shoes and doing a good job here for the City Islanders. And a lot of growing still to do.
Well, I think John's done a great job, Chad. I've known John personally. John's an incredibly organized coach, as well as he is in his life. He's very organized and disciplined in certain things, and I think he was the right man for the job. And obviously, we've seen some nice changes, and Kristen has done a great job here. Don't get me wrong, but it's nice to have now a different look, a different thought, different voice. So I wish John the best of luck doing the GM for the Harrisburg City Islanders.
Exactly. Kirsten did a great job, and it was a good time for the change, and she was ready for a change in her life as well. It was a great opportunity for her to learn and grow, and now, you know, expand her horizons as well. So
yeah, and this was a great opportunity for her. I mean, she had an opportunity to be a GM of a professional soccer club, and now take that on in her life and go on to something else.
Okay, it looks like Torrey down again. We'll wait and see what happens. Oh, they come in together head-to-head, it looked like.
You know, Chad, every foul that we've seen now that involves Torrey has involved Lassiter.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, I don't know if...
you're right, it has involved him. So
I don't know if they have Lassiter sticking a body on him to say, hey, you know, we know who you are.
Might be.
Needless to say, he's got the message.
USL Live on UNation, the league's official online video channel. Check us out at usllive.com. Are you a citizen of USL Nation? Come join us at uslnation.com. Torrey back up on his feet. Yeah, you're right. It might be, let's put a body on him and, you know, force him.
Well, there's been no cards.
No.
None of it looks necessarily cheap, although that elbow was really close to get him a stinger across his nose. However, you know, we don't know that for a fact. It just seems to be a little coincidental that every time he's been down, Lassiter's been in the vicinity.
Well, Ian Bongart, the head official here tonight for tonight's game, no stranger to the City Islanders and the play here on the island. He tends to let games go a little bit in terms of play, which players tend to like.
Yeah.
But he's got to stay on top of things and not let games get out of hand as well. So be interested to see how this goes, because there has been a lot of extra play after the whistle and stuff as well. So,
well,
but that's soccer too.
Yeah, and what you don't want is you don't want some of this ticky-tack stuff to get change the complexion of the game. And right in front of us here, Brian seems a little upset, and there's nothing there. A little physical play, and you know, if you think about it, Wilmington's head coach is an Englishman. You know, atypical. Hey, get a body on him, get tight, get stuck in. You know, and they haven't seen it the last couple of games, having played MLS teams. They come out free-flowing, playing, moving the ball. So now they're starting to match up a little physical play. So they're not liking that too much right now, but they're going to have to settle in, and they're going to have to try to match up with it.
Basso and BG now. BG getting a turn inside the box, still with it. Sends this across the top of the box. Langley trying to turn, he does, but this one's going to go way up and out of play. Actually, it goes off of a Wilmington player. And just want to mention the other officials tonight, Albert Calise, Mark Thielman, and Brandon Smith. We'll take a look at the replay here as BG gets the turn right here, gets the cross across. Langley really couldn't get a one-time on that. It was a little too far out in front of him, and that one goes up and out of play.
Langley would have been far better served just to play a little knockdown to Welker, who was sitting right in his wheelhouse, right on his left foot.
Pelletier will take the kick as usual for the Islanders. Ball swung in, that one knocked away, and BG still with it. Out for Langley, gets a crack at this one, just wide of the mark. Nice hit there by Morgan Langley. Nice ball laid out there, though, by MBG as well.
Well-weighted ball by Brian, slided across into Langley. Langley very patient, lets her come across his body with his right foot. Didn't miss the mark by much.
Yep, good strike, very good strike. We'll take another pause here. We're 26 minutes, 0-0. We'll hear from some of our sponsors.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
And player down on the field now for Wilmington, and we're going to get a yellow card to Langley.
A little later coming across on a tackle. Definitely no intention to hurt him, but you know, you come in a little bit late like that, and you come in from his blind side, he's going to clear a ball, and Morgan has studs up a little bit, and that's a recipe for disaster.
So Riley back up on his feet. So the first card going to Langley. I'm sure that's not the only one we're going to see here tonight.
Well, at the pace this game's going, you're seeing a little bit of chippiness and a little bit too much. And, you know, Ian Baumgartner, the official, now finally threw his first yellow, so maybe that sends a message to everybody else. And probably saw that coming. So hopefully the game will settle itself down and let's get some quality play going on here.
Ball driven up now by Horworth. That one headed on by Marshall. Marshall again knocks this one out. We'll have a throw in for Wilmington. Riley trying to get everyone organized here. That one flicked out of bounds by Budney for the Hammerheads. HBG trying to get to that one. Budney trying to squeak it ahead. Basso was there, gets a foot on it. The game started out a little quicker. It slowed down so much with all the fouls and the stoppages here. The energy has kind of got sucked out of the island here last couple minutes. Here's Langley with a great run down that far side. Langley keeps it in play, sends it back for Duckett. Duckett, lots of time. Trying to drive that one in. What a great job defensively there. Who was that? It looked like it was 13 or not sure who that is down over there.
I believe it's Tyler Lassiter.
Is that Lassiter? Ball comes back for Duckett, and he's got plenty of time. It's actually Lassiter. You're right. Oh, right off the side of the head. That hurts, boy. So he's still down on the other side. The referee's going to hold in terms of bringing out any of the trainers. Shakes your marbles up a little bit when you get one that side of the head.
You don't expect it, and you're going out and you're looking to take a block, and next thing you know, you're taking it off your jar. It's not, certainly isn't a pleasing feeling, that's for sure.
Tyler Lassiter played at North Carolina State, and of course had a stint with the New York Red Bulls. Back playing in the USL Pro here for Wilmington.
You are the 3 lucky contestants of our Frozen T-shirt halftime challenge.
Marshall looking for Torre. Great run through, and on sides here is Budney. Budney down inside, strikes that one, and it's 1-0 here for Wilmington in the 30th minute. Just a great run through there, and I think Harrisburg thought he was offsides, but the other player was offsides, but Budney just brings this one in, lays this one down. Noble right underneath that hip, between the hip and the arm.
It's a simple misread by Leroy, and unfortunately, again, your normal center back, Tom Brandt, not here this evening, and Leroy's timing was off. The line looked a little disorganized, well-played ball, well-weighted ball, and Budney with a class finish to the back post.
Did you hear who the assist was on that by any chance, Larry?
Well, the sun is kind of in my eyes here.
Take another look at it here, and could not see who sent that one in, but just what a great finish, too. Nice and patient, low on the goaltender. 1-0 Wilmington here now. We talked about that. If they could put 1 or 2 in this first half and then sit in that second half after playing last night.
Well, it certainly puts them in the position they want to be in, which is the driver's seat. And if they have to change anything now, they can drop a little bit lower, get a little bit more compact, and force Harrisburg to come over the top. But if they do that, I think if they do that too early, that they're going to put themselves in a position, because Harrisburg is very good on the direct ball as well as the indirect to the corners. They have pace on the outside. So if they do that too early, that could be more harm than good. Although in their mind, you know, they're going to be fatigued. They did play last night. So if they're in good shape come middle of the second half and they sit back in, then that's the position they want to be in.
Assist on that goal went to Guzman in the 30th minute for Budney. So 1-0 here in the first half. Wilmington coming off a game last night. Sneaks one in early here now. Harrisburg needs to maybe change their game plan now, as it looks like Wilmington is happy with slowing this game down as much as possible, Larry.
Well, one thing we can say for sure, Chad, without a shadow of a doubt, is that we know that the City Islanders know how to come back.
Yeah.
And so for them to be down a goal, there's not a flinch in the coaching staff, and nor are the players looking rattled in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
So, you know, that again, I fully expect Harrisburg to respond, but they don't have to respond immediately.
Exactly. Nice ball down inside here. Along the end line. HBG coming back and gets a foot on that one. Good battle down there, though. Holmes. Back for Holmes now. Ball sent out in front. Ooh, that was a dangerous one. Up inside the box was Budney again. Great ball served in there by Guzman. Down in front, 2-0. Is it Budney again? This
Looks like Herzog from here, Chad.
Herzog. Herzog from Nicholson. Yeah, ball comes in. Got all the goal to shoot at there.
You know, I'll tell you what, the finish that young man put on the ball was not easy. He opens up his body. He's getting contact from his left. He sees Noble starting to cheat towards his left, and he comes back to inside the near post and tucks one away. Great finish. Great service, great finish.
So 2-0 here, Larry. We talked about this. Wilmington wanted to come out, be strong, and see if they couldn't pick up a couple goals after playing last night. Now they're really in the driver's seat because the heat is going to take its toll. They're going to have to, now Harrisburg's going to have to run at them.
Well, again, I still think, you know, you're down 2, you're home. You've been down 3 with only 15 minutes to spare, so they know they can do it. What Bill has to instill in his team now is to get rid of the complacency, because the complacency has obviously got them down 2 goals. So what they need to do now is regroup. They still got a lot of game left. Obviously, you see the subs coming up for Harrisburg, and that indication there is that Coach Betcher is not too thrilled. But that also is to send a message to the players on the field saying, hey, I'll make a sub in the first half if I have to. So in their mind, that could spark them and wake them up, or
he
Coach Betcher goes to the changes. Yeah,
exactly. Ducking on the far side now for Islanders. He'll check it up. Here's Welker now. Basso. Islanders looking to try and see if they can't strike here. Try and tie things up. Basso with a great run down inside. He takes a strike, and that one just over the top. What a great strike.
Absolutely.
Langley just laying that one out there for Basso, who made a great run from his left back position. And we've got a yellow card is going to be issued now to number 12, and that's Tyler Lassiter, who's been awful busy here in this first half. So wasn't sure how long it was going to take before he got his card the way the play's been going so far. We'll take a look at it here. Basso in for Langley. Langley just lays it out. Yeah, that was a hard tackle from behind. Boy, this one just tipped over the bar by Harworth.
Lassiter has been a little reckless tonight, Chad. I mean, that's his 3rd or 4th foul, and you knew the next one, especially if it was a little reckless like that, there was going to be something coming.
So still some arguing going on with the officials as all the officials out on the field trying to separate things as both teams getting a little chippy here. Neither team needs red cards right now, that's for sure. Yeah. Nobody needs to be down a player. Nobody needs to lose anybody for the upcoming games. Visit USL Pro on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. You can find scores, stats, news, and more. Also exclusively at USLsoccer.com. So now we've got a few players being pulled over now by Bongart, the head official. Trying to settle things down on the field, I'm sure. Things getting a little chippy out there.
Stop by the PNC Bank Ingalstown Road branch located at 2338 Ingalstown Road in front of Giant. And be Sure to ask about our special offers. PNC Bank, proud sponsors of the Harrisburg City Islanders.
Very chippy, Larry, very chippy. I think this is actually probably a good move here by Bongard, is to just slow things down here. You know what I mean? It's getting that way. I'm not sure what's going on here. Apparently he called in a goal kick when it was definitely off of Harwarth on the save.
Apparently, we can take the save off the board that was announced for.
Obviously, Coach Betcher's a little frustrated. He's now off his bench.
Take a look at this replay one more time to see if Harwarth does get a finger on it. Ball comes in. Oh, man, that's just such a dangerous tackle. Oh, he definitely gets a touch on that one to tip it up. Ball inside for Torre, and that one comes out.
You know, after we saw that replay for the second time, Chad, you know, that foul that Lassiter came in, and there was absolutely no intent to play the ball. They're up 2-0.
Yeah.
You know, what does he have to gain to go in the back of Langley's knee other than Langley getting hurt?
Duckett with the great overlap. Here, shot! And a great save there by Harwarth. What a great strike by Duckett as well.
Tremendous overlapping run. Reminds me of Carlos Alberto from the 70s from Brazil, coming out of the outside right back, pinging balls across the face of the goal. Tremendous run, tremendous ball, very dangerous.
I wouldn't remember that. I was too young, Larry. I'm just kidding.
I had the pleasure of playing for him, Chad, in Miami. My first thought when I went to shake his hand was this the hand you held when you won the World Cup, obviously, twice. And, of course, you know, in broken English, you said absolutely.
Take a look at this shot. Just a great play here. Langley will lay it out, gives plenty of room for Duckett to line it up, and great strike. And, man, that ball was moving.
It was.
Nice save by Alex Harwarth as well. Horworth, I should say. Duckett, far side. Marshall. Pelletier's going to switch it out now for Noon. Wow.
That's not a good call.
Ambigi running through and actually trips over the feet of the defender, and Harrisburg gets the call anyways.
That's not a good call. Brian knew exactly what he was doing, running
Ball
to the back
comes
of the
in
back.
there. Yep.
There was no question.
The defender from Wilmington didn't even see him running through there, I don't think. So either way, a restart here for the Islanders just outside the 18-yard box. Pelletier will take the kick. Wilmington will go with the three-man wall. Islanders stacking everybody up, pushing everybody but Marshall up near the top of the 18 as well. Going to try and get everybody in here late in this first half and see if they can't tie or at least get another one on the board. Great block in there by the wall. Ball driven way too low by Pelletier, though.
Yeah, not a good ball in. I mean, that's not very customary of Jason. Normally he's a very good ball striker, but that ball's got to be whipped to the back post with pace.
Langley chips one in, and that one headed on by Duckett, but easily gathered in by Alex Horwath. So we're in our 40th minute. We'll take a break. Wilmington up 2-0. Stay with us. We'll hear from some of our sponsors.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
Bundy's going to be offsides on that one, and this ball cranked out of the park. You know, Larry, we talked about this. I want to bring it up again because I asked you if sometimes teams get, I don't know, too lackadaisical or whatever after the big energy games. There's that letdown. And that's exactly what it seems like right now for the Islanders. I mean, they are pushing. They're getting opportunities, but we're just not seeing the same Islander play that we've seen, the last 3 weeks here on the island.
Well, again, they've opened up a little bit. They've exposed themselves a little bit. Again, let's talk about the fact that they are missing Tom Brandt, the center back, who's been a mainstay for them. Harrisburg has played with a little bit of confidence, but yet they've now been exposed a couple times in the back, and they've been capitalized on, where in the past they've been denying those opportunities. I think what we'll see here is we'll probably see a substitution right after halftime. Coach Betcher will not accept a 2-0 deficit going into halftime. Not that he knows he can't come back from it, but maybe he feels like some of his players are just not up to the level this evening, and he may give some of these younger guys an opportunity who are going to come in hungry that have not played a lot in those big games. We may see Garrett Pettis come in a little earlier than the 78th minutes. He's normally playing maybe 8-9 minutes a game, 10 minutes a game, give or take. Maybe we'll see some of these younger guys that are going to come in a little bit more hungry and try and push. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it seems like they need right now, is somebody, one of the young guys that is still trying to prove themselves, is going to come in and just give 125%, and
Corner kick for the City Islanders.
the corner kick for the Islanders. Umbro, true soccer since 1924. For more information, visit www.umbro.com. And also, you can visit Invicta. We'll wait till after this corner kick to see what happens here, as Torre trying to gather that one. It goes out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in for the Islanders. Send us your feedback. Follow us on Twitter at Invicta Video, or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Invicta Video. Check us out also at www.invicta.net. You can go visit our YouTube page and see all the different activities and sports and stuff that we cover at Invicta LLC. Find all that, including all of the Islander games, online at Invicta's YouTube page, and you can just click on the link on www.invicta.net. Ball chipped ahead by Leroy now. Basso driving it down and looking for Torre. Too high for him. Pelletier. Islanders looking for someone to step up and try and put one in the net here to close out this first half of play in our 45th minute now. Duckett still with it. Duckett waits and loses one, but it goes off of Musa for Wilmington. We'll have a throw-in on the far side. Noon leaves it for Duckett, who drives it across the top, but that one's sent away. Marshall, though, still with it for the Islanders. Marshall streaking towards the goal, lets a shot go, and that one's going to trickle into Alex Horwath for the Wilmington Hammerheads at the University of Wisconsin.
That's great attitude by Andrew Marshall. He has an opportunity to advance the ball off the dribble, does so, puts himself in a position to get a left-footed shot off, saying, hey, boys, you know what? Let's go. Let's pick the game up a little bit. He's coming out of the back. Let the forwards do their job a little bit. And again, I think, we've seen, over recent weeks, we've seen some of these guys give everything they possibly can. And, it's possible that Torre is just spent a little bit, because we've not seen him impact the game. He's took a couple hard knocks. But if you're Coach Betcher, do you remove him early? Do you let him keep going? Do you hope he's going to come out of it in the second half? Because he's such an impact player. So, that's a challenge. But then again, he may say, hey, Coach, I don't have the legs tonight. And, Coach Betcher says, okay, I'm going to make the change. He's got quite a few quality players that have been sitting, eager for their position. But the way I look at that too, Chad, is I don't think as a pro, I would allow myself to play at a lower standard, well knowing that at any given moment, if somebody takes my place, it could be my last moment.
That's right.
So that's
right.
something to think about.
We're going to have a yellow card given out to Noon now. And not quite sure why. Obviously dissent or something there, Larry.
Well, I think that was well warranted. He grabbed him and threw him to the ground. Whether it was a foul prior to that or not, you're always going to get called in the second foul.
Exactly. Take a look at the replay on this again here. Very chippy game here tonight.
This is frustration, as you see.
Oh, yeah, Noon throws him to the ground. Okay, good foul. Good call by the official.
And that's basically saying, hey, I'm not going to accept that during my game. So,
yep.
JT's a little frustrated, as the Islanders all are, and that's just, there's no need for that.
Evans sends this one in. Nice job by Noble coming off his line, gathering that one in. Noble quickly trying to move this forward. I don't know how much stoppage time was called for here, but we're already in 2 minutes of it. Langley for Welker now. For Torrey trying to chip it inside for Noon. It goes behind him, and Wilmington would just knock this off the sidelines. They're looking to get out of this first half, get in, get a break, recharge for the second half. The Islanders are definitely going to have to make some changes, though, Larry, in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I watch this first half wind down, it's almost imperative that Coach Betcher's going to have to inject a little life into his lineup. And I wouldn't be shocked if we see Dustin Bixler end up in the center back, get his first minutes of the year. Wouldn't be shocked if Toure enters or leaves the game. You know, he's just a little late tonight. He's just a little off. So from a coaching perspective, it wouldn't shock me if we saw a couple changes in those areas. And I think it'd be nice to get Bixler back out there in a game like this.
Big presence, and see what type of mark he can bring onto the game. Nice ball driven down in here by Wilmington. Basso doing a good job keeping it in play. Leroy now with it. He'll send it out near midfield. Played 3 minutes of stoppage time now here in our first half. Pelletier quickly for Langley. Lakely going hard down on that far side. Tries to send that one across. Going to be played up and out of bounds, though, by Lassiter for Wilmington. We'll have a corner kick for the Islanders. They'll hustle to try and get this kick in before Bongard blows the whistle to end the first half. Pelletier will send it in. Islanders bringing everyone up. Ball driven in. Duckett gets a head on it, comes over, and it looks like it was a corner kick. Boy, there was BG and Duckett and Torrey, all three of them right there. I think maybe got in the way of each other.
Duckett's done well getting in the box and getting dangerous.
A very tall target. BG drives this one, and that one punched away. Settled by Pelletier. He drives. Welker with it now. Welker has that one blocked. Basso's going to send it for Pelletier. Islanders trying hard here to see if they can't come up with a goal late in this first half. We have now played 4 minutes of stoppage time, and that's going to do it. So 4 minutes of extra stoppage time in a very slow-paced, chippy, dry first half, other than the 2 goals by Wilmington in the 30th minute. Bundy picking up a goal with an assist from Guzman. And then 2-0 as they went up in the 33rd minute as Herzog got a goal and assist from Holmes. But Islanders are definitely going to have to make some changes in the second half, Larry.
Well, if I'm Coach Betcher, I'm obviously displeased with my performance of my team tonight, and I think the only way to change that is by making a few changes. And I think by getting his players up a little earlier, he was going to see who responded. And I did not see anybody step up to the challenge and notice that, hey, subs are coming up. My job could be on the line here tonight. I didn't see that. You know, and again, like I told you before, you don't always have it, but you always want to bring it. And I think tonight, Coach Betcher sees his team just not functioning with the fluidity that it normally does. So, you know, I would not be shocked if we saw 2 to 3 subs, to be quite honest with you, Chad. And that's a lot for the 45-minute mark, but I wouldn't be shocked if we saw it.
Well, there you see the score, 2-0 here. Everyone enjoying themselves on the boardwalk at the far end of the field. Stay with us. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with some more halftime activities right after this.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The neurologist said you will lose the ability to swallow, to breathe. You will die. I asked the neurologist, why? If we could transplant hearts, couldn't we also replace damaged motor neurons?
Jennifer devoted the last 6 years of her life to wiping out ALS. Project ALS has created a new paradigm for disease research.
We know the goal. We want to get a cure for ALS.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
And welcome back to the Skyline Sports Complex here on City Island in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. 2-0 at the half, Wilmington up. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. It was few opportunities on both ends. Obviously, the scoring coming from Wilmington. First opportunity here is HBG sends it out, and Langley just rips this one and just misses the target. And then Wilmington down that far side, the first goal of the game here is Bundy sends it to that far post. Great finish, great build-up by Wilmington. And then just moments later, Bundy again comes down in, or actually this is the second angle of it. Take a look at the Bundy goal as well. And far side of the field, Duckett working hard. And then the ball sent down in front, and that one scored by Herzog. That was the second goal of the game, 33rd minute. Then the Islanders are starting to get some opportunities late in that first half, as this one's just ripped over top. Nice ball sent out here for Duckett. Duckett getting forward. Gets a great strike on that and a great save by Alex Harworth. And then, of course, off the corner kick, right there, just wide of the mark by Duckett as well, who has been a great target on the corner kicks tonight for Harrisburg so far, Larry.
He's done a very good job on the offensive third. Obviously, he's always been a stellar defender for him, but he's getting himself involved inside the 18. And right now, the way the Islanders are performing offensively, they need all the help they can get. So if their backs are going to come up and get involved, and if it ends up on a restart, they need some life. They need some injection right now, and they need someone that's going to come up and spark them. And I still think he's going to make a change. I could be wrong, but if I'm a coach, I'm thinking I'm down 2 goals, and I got to make something happen. I got to shake it up because my boys aren't getting it done.
I think we're going to see some major changes as we start this second half for Harrisburg. Stay with us. Lots more soccer to come. 45 minutes from the Skyline Sports Complex right here on Invicta Sports.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The neurologist said, you will lose the ability to swallow, to breathe. You will die. I asked the neurologist, why? If we could transplant hearts, couldn't we also replace damaged motor neurons?
Jennifer devoted the last 6 years of her life to wiping out ALS. Project ALS has created a new paradigm for disease research.
We know the goal. We want to get a cure for ALS.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre and post surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
And welcome back to the Skyline Sports Complex. We're getting ready to start our second half of play. Let's take a look at stats from that first half before we get going here.
He replaces number 16, JT Noon.
And you see the shots there, 7 for Harrisburg, which is surprising. Wilmington seemed like they controlled most of that first half. Saves, 3 for Wilmington, 6-5. The fouls, offsides are even. Corner kicks, 6 for Harrisburg. But the big one to score 2-0 for Wilmington after one half of play.
Well, certainly Wilmington's in the driver's seat and trying to now protect that lead, but a 2-goal lead is never one to sit on.
That's right.
So I'm pretty sure that they're going to step up as they are, and they're going to put a little high pressure on the ball, force Harrisburg to turn the ball over a little bit. Maybe they can go for that third goal, go for the jugular, and then protect their lead.
One substitution that we saw at halftime just for, it looked like Harrisburg. I don't remember a sub at all for Wilmington at all, but Noon out of the game for Harrisburg, and in place of him is Ekra.
Boy, Wilmington got in on a mistake by Leroy. Leroy slides, and Herzog has a golden opportunity to lay Buntley right on his foot, and he misplayed him. That would have put the game away for him.
Here's Ekra for Marshall now, and he's got Duckett out wide. Oh, Duckett has that one skip right over his foot. There you see Bilal Duckett making Georgia. Ball driven down in. Noble will have to gather this one in. Ball sent all the way down in. Noble will gather it in. He's going to switch that far side for Basso now. Basso has Torre, but it's too far for him. Be gathered in by Horwath, I should say, for Wilmington. Ball driven out now. Leroy gets ahead on it for Harrisburg. Mbiji trying to come back for it. Mbiji will win the ball as he heads it back for Basso. Now Basso with the turn, trying to keep it in play. It's going to go out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in now for Harrisburg. Quickly for Mbiji now. Mbiji knocked from behind. It'll be a throw-in, though, for the Islanders. Mbiji looking for the call, but it's going to be a throw-in. No, actually, it is a foul on the far side. I wasn't sure if that was called. You see Brian Mbiji from Kenya.
The City Islanders Academy offers a variety of developmental programs for youth soccer players of all ages. This summer, don't miss one of many summer camps throughout the area. Professionally instructed by the City Islander players and a whole lot of fun for all. Visit the Islanders website for all the
Brian Mbiji gets a strike, and Torre sneaking in there like he did the other day against the Red Bulls and almost had a goal there for the Islanders. Torre's going to fix his shoe, though. Nice ball from Mbiji.
It's a great ball by Brian Mbiji. Penetrated ball right in behind the back four. Torre timed it well. Just a little bit missing the mark. All he needs to do is misdirect that, and they're right back in this.
Beautiful night here in Harrisburg on the island. Gorgeous day. A little bit overcast earlier on in the day, but turned out to be a beautiful night as well here. And great ball driven down just too far for Corey Herzog.
You know, a lot of times they play balls like that, Chad, and they try to put a little backspin on it, so as soon as it gets over the back four, it has a bite to it. And that one just skipped away. Even as the sun goes down, the grass might start to be getting a little bit dewy, and that ball just took a big skip right into Noble's chest.
Here's Welker now, has HBG outside. Welker inside for Torrey, tries to get it back to Welker. And Wilmington will gather this one in. Far side of the field now. Budney send it ahead, though, for Herzog. Torrey still with it at midfield here. Working it around, in for Langley. Langley has that one taken away. They'll stretch the field here with Duckett. Langley waits. Langley tries to send it inside for Welker. Welker just left the ball there. I think he thought somebody else was behind him.
You know, the creativity was there. I don't think that the whether it be Duckett, whether it had been Torrey, read it. I mean, it was a good good early ball in. You know, Welker, a little trickery around the top of the 18, and you know, something like that. That's great stuff. You know, I mean, it's you're obviously thinking the game through, but right now they're down 2. They got to find a way to get inside the 18 and really get a little something more going than just a little flair and creativity. They got to find a way to get some balls on frame.
Right now playing it, they're stretching the field, they're moving the ball, but Harrisburg really needs to start pushing here as we're in our 50th minute. Need to start getting some opportunities here. Of course, we know that Harrisburg is has a great, or does a great job, I should say, at late opportunities. So we can never call them out until the final whistle, that's for sure. But right now, Wilmington is keeping the foot on the pedal. They're pushing still. They have sat back a little bit defensively, but they're still making those forwards run a lot up top and keeping Harrisburg stretched out.
They are, and you know, one of the adjustments that Harrisburg made, they're forcing Noble to play a little higher. So any ball that's been penetrating through now has denied those early runs onto the ball. So now he's collecting balls kind of like a keeper sweeper, and he's done an excellent job of that.
BG sent that one in for Ekra. Ekra taken down in the box, no call. We'll have a corner kick, though, for the Islanders. Pelletier drives this one in, and that one's going to be headed away. Nice bending ball towards that back post by Jason Pelletier. Wilmington able to clear it out. Langley gets a chest on it and then loses his footing. Here's Herzog with it. Lassiter back for Herzog. Herzog with a great run here outside. Langley doing a good job recovering. Great move there by Herzog as well. Here's Holmes now. Holmes turns, still with possession. He's just going to lay it back now for Musa. Wilmington content with just moving the ball right now, and Holmes is going to be called offsides.
That's some good movement by Wilmington. Again, still committing themselves to get forward, and good digging the ball in. Holmes may a little bit offside, but it's a good look. It tells me that they're still wanting to attack and add to their lead.
Yeah, they don't want to sit on the 2-0 lead, especially, you know, I'm sure they're well aware that Harrisburg in their, you know, last 2 Open Cup matches have scored 6 goals in overtime, and they know that Harrisburg can come back late and put the ball in the net. On BG far side, double teamed, and Wilmington will come up with the ball. Ball sent ahead now for Herzog. Headed away by Leroy. Musa and Langley battling nicely there. Langley trying to get through. Ekra gets there. He's taken down. That's a dangerous play there. I don't think we're going to see a card out of that one, though. I'm sorry, Torrey, actually, the player taken down. Torrey. Torrey playing a lot on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, Torrey just does not seem like he has the same step that he's had, you know, the last few games, and maybe it's time to, you know, to give him a rest here about the 60-minute mark. I just have not seen enough from him this evening to warrant the minutes that he normally gets.
The only person warming up right now off the bench is Tom Malore. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to go on as the ball is being placed by Pelletier and Basso. Either one of them can put this one on frame. Harrisburg with a restart opportunity here. If they can get creative off of this, maybe cut into this lead of Wilmington. in our 54th minute of play here on the island.
Basso has an excellent left foot, Chad. I think Basso needs to step up and let one fly here, just to get something on frame, just to show a little life.
Pelletier, I think, is going to take it. No, Basso swings it in, and that one a little too easy. He's going to have to crack that one if he's going to try and beat the goaltender from there. Alex Horwath had an easy opportunity to gather that one in, Larry.
Yeah, absolutely. That certainly wasn't the ball that I expected. I expect him to whip a hard ball to the back post or a driven shot, something that if he doesn't catch it, at least he has to parry it, then you have Islanders breaking onto it. But that was an easy ball to create another counter. I would not have thought that was there.
Herzog busy up top there for Wilmington tonight, chasing a lot down here in the second half, making sure that Leroy and Marshall are staying on top of the game. Wilmington sending some long balls for him, seeing if they can't squeak him in the back door. Ball driven up, and this one's going to go up and out. We'll have a throw into the far side here for Harrisburg. Great crowd on hand here tonight.
You know, Chad, it's always great to see a lot of the former pros or former pro coaches come back to the island and support the young players. Coach Betcher and I were talking about that before the game. It's nice to see guys that we used to play with and showing their appreciation for the current day player. And I know we have in attendance this evening Jim Powham, one of the winningest coaches of all time in the Major Indoor Soccer League, and hopefully we can get a moment of his time and see what he's doing here
Jim
today.
scored the first goal ever in Major Indoor Soccer.
That's a great stat. I did not know that.
Yep, I heard that. He scored the first goal ever in the Major Indoor Soccer League. So that's something that'll be in the record books forever.
That's amazing.
What a great man, too, as well. Just fantastic with the kids. Super personality. Him and his wife, two great people. Long ball down that far side. The Islanders will have a goal kick here. Still, this game is in that almost slow motion pace here. It's neither team wants to just spark the energy here. It seems like they're both content with just knocking this one around and getting out of it. Here's Duckett with it again. So here's Langley with it now. Langley down this near side. BG's going to try and knock it down. On the far side of the field, we have Jim now here, who just came up to the booth. I'm going to put him on with Larry so we can hear a little bit about Jim and what he's done in the area as well. So, Jim, you want to hop on with Larry here?
Jim, great to see you.
You too, Larry.
You know, I know you're no stranger to the headset because I know you spent a lot of years as the color for the Baltimore Blast. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes. After I retired from playing, I was lucky enough to do a lot of TV work with them, and I enjoyed it immensely.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Coach Betcher and I tonight, before the game started, we always meet out at midfield, obviously former teammates, and both of us from St. Louis as well as yourself. And we were talking about all the former players that are still living in the area and what everybody's doing. And he, from time to time, likes when the guys stop by and obviously support the young players today. And as they were paying the crowd, I happened to see you up there on the party deck, so I thought let's bring him in and say hi and see what Jim's doing today here in Harrisburg.
Well, I love coming down to the games. It's a great team, a great atmosphere here. When the weather's like this, I like to come down. Unfortunately, being an outdoor team, there's a lot of nights where the weather isn't great, and fans still come out and support it. I should probably come on those nights also, but
yeah.
I'm enjoying it tonight, and I'm still involved with soccer. I'm doing a lot of high school officiating at this juncture. I did the boys in the fall and did the girls this spring. Just finished up, and staying involved as much as I can and following the game.
Oh, that's great. I know that there's a new team moving to the area, the Harrisburg Heat. Do you have any involvement with the new Heat?
I've heard of the Harrisburg Heat.
I thought you might.
I'm looking forward to the team coming back as the Harrisburg Heat. It'll be interesting to see the league that they're playing in, and I'm looking forward to supporting them. I've talked to Dave Grimaldi a number of times about what they're looking to do, and there's a number of great people here in this area that hopefully will be working with the team, and the fan support from the Islanders will hopefully go back inside, and the old Heat fans are excited about the Heat coming back.
Well, I think that's great. I mean, obviously, being an indoor player myself and enjoying the fast pace of indoor soccer, and a lot of these players here that are playing with the Islanders now, the same fans can then trickle over to indoor, and they get that year-round experience. And I think it's only going to better a lot of these younger players as well, because indoor has a lot of tremendous attributes for an outdoor player. I mean, obviously the quick speed and playing in tight spaces, and obviously it employs these players then year-round so they can stay in the area. Besides just youth coaching, they can keep up their match fitness and play. Obviously, you know, I talked to Greg Mace, who does our 27 News here, and he doesn't have all the info, but he had mentioned that they are considering playing at the smaller version, the Equestrian Center, but nobody really seems to know exactly where they have announced that yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a final decision as of yet. They have announced that they will be in the Farm Show Complex.
Okay.
I know that the indoor football team plays at Equine Center, so it can be adapted very easily. You know, the large arena is where we played when we were with the Heat, and the large arena was an excellent place to view a game. I've been in the Equine Arena for horsing events, and it's adequate, but the game will take care of itself. You know, where you sit, it isn't that important, as long as you can see the game and be excited about the game and be close to the game, and that's what we're all looking forward to.
Sure. I know as a soccer enthusiast, soccer fan, I am excited that there's going to be a pro team here, both indoor and outdoor, and it keeps everybody busy throughout the winter months, because once the Islanders are done, there really isn't a lot in Harrisburg as far as pro sports other than the Hershey Bears, and now they're having something down in Harrisburg, I think is going to be fantastic. And now also they have not announced who will be coaching it. Do you have any idea who will be coaching the team at this point?
Well, there's so many great candidates in this area. You know, as you mentioned, the guys that have stayed in this area that played here, some of them have professional coaching experience already. Some of them have been involved in youth games, running teams and running organizations. So I'm not exactly sure what they're looking for in their coach, but whoever it is, I'm sure they're going to get the support from everyone here in Harrisburg. I'm looking forward to following them, and I've told Dave Grimaldi I would love to help out in any way possible. You know, as a consultant, helping them put things together. But you know, it'll be interesting to see who they come up with to run the team. But I'm sure it's going to be an exciting adventure.
Well, Jim, obviously it's great to have indoor back here in Harrisburg, and I think, again, with the identity of Islander players coming to play, if that does work itself out. I don't know a lot about the league that they're proposing, because it isn't the league that I had performed in myself, but talking to Mark Pulisic, who is coach also in the NPSL, MISL, he had mentioned to me that it's called the PASL. And it plays in different cities and under different venues and what have you?
Exactly. That's what I've heard. They have a number of teams. A lot of them are out on the West Coast, but there will be teams on the East. They're trying to get Philadelphia in. If they get Philadelphia in, that'll be a huge plus for this area. Right now, there's a lot of teams in the Ohio area that the Heat will be competing against. But, you know, soccer is soccer. You're going to put the best team you can on the field, and I'm sure the Heat will do that. The Islanders have put a great team together over the years, a great team this year. And if some of these players transition into the playing for the Heat also, it's a bonus for everyone. So a lot of work needs to be done, it seems, but I think they got the right direction, and hopefully the people come out and support it.
Well, I'm sure they will. I mean, you know, Harrisburg's always had a tremendous following over the years, and again, it's a great game. Obviously, one of my former teammates and one of your former players, Danny Kelly, and I speak from time to time, and he has mentioned to me how much he's just absolutely fallen in love with the game of indoor and how the value he sees in it, and Baltimore's done a nice job of supporting that franchise all these years. At some point, do you see that league, the MISL and the PSL, being able to come together?
Well, I don't know all the intricacies of the leagues. I would like to see that happen. You would like to see one very strong indoor league where the best teams, the best organizations all get together and fall under one umbrella. When you have all these different leagues, it gets confusing for people. You know, Harrisburg Heat and the Baltimore Blast had a great rivalry Philadelphia Kicks and the Baltimore Blast and the Harrisburg Heat had a great rivalry. If that could come back, that would be ideal. If it doesn't, and we're playing teams from Cincinnati and Dayton, that's okay also. We want to see this game grow. Soccer, not particularly indoor, outdoor. Soccer is soccer, and we want to see it grow in this country. You know, we're trying to qualify right now for the World Cup, and the players that are playing at these levels are the ones that hopefully will be the next players that join the U.S. national team.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you know, knowing the bits and pieces as I do, and you filling me in a little bit, I do appreciate that. You know, I'm sure they're going to get great support from Harrisburg, as they always have, and hopefully we'll see quite a few of the same players transition between indoor and outdoor. And, you know, hopefully, do you have any idea when the season will start for that league? It's
supposed to start in November, and I think there's going to be a 16-game regular season with some exhibitions or games during the season that you might play against other opponents. But 16 games, and they might play up to 18 to 20 in the regular season. So you're looking at 8 regular season home games, plus probably a couple other games that will be fill-in games. Maybe a game with Baltimore Blast.
That would be great. That'd be great to have a crossover.
Exactly.
And to kind of introduce both leagues and potentially find a way to mend that fence to create one super league indoors.
Exactly.
Well, Jim, it's great to see you. I'm glad you stopped by the booth tonight to say hi to us. And if you ever by again, make sure you stop by and say hi.
Great. Good seeing you, Larry.
Take care, Jim.
Good luck to the Islanders.
Stoppage here, so we'll take a break so we can hear from some of our sponsors.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
And welcome back, and a big thank you to Jim Pollahan. Of course, just a super guy. I was telling you what a great guy, and the knowledge base that is in that head of his, and the experience. And like I said, scoring the first goal in the history of indoor soccer.
Well, you know, growing up with the MISL in my hometown, and obviously Jim being from St. Louis as well as myself. Jim a little bit older than I, but I wasn't aware of that, and I feel foolish that I didn't know that, to be honest with you.
Ball loose in there. Now the Islanders able to clear it out. This game, Larry, it just seems like both teams are content to just get this half over and go home. It's weird. It's so used to seeing so much energy in these USL games, and it just everything seems like it's in slow motion tonight.
Well, what we have now is that we have a game for Coach Betcher to see who comes off the bench for Harrisburg and who impacts the game. Who wants to show that, hey, I belong here? Because most of the time these guys are coming off later in the game. So these guys now have the majority of a half to impact it and to really establish their own rhythm. And they need that. They need to show, because obviously the other guys weren't getting it done tonight.
So Yates is one of the players that came in, gave Welker a break, and then Pettis came in for Langley. So those were the changes while we were talking with Jim. Good battle here.
Yates has impressed me. He's entered the game a little earlier than a lot of the guys. He's impressed me as a center mid this year. And then Garrett Pettis has come on, and he's added that spark every time he's come in. I'll never forget his first missed opportunity to score.
Hit
3 or
Ecker
4
right
yards away, and he smacked Ecker right in the side of the head. And obviously we all thought it was going in. It would have been the game tire, if I remember correctly. And but needless to say, he came back and had a short memory. He came up and snapped a great header to score his first professional goal. It was great for that young man, and he's always done a nice job. And as you see now, Bill's bringing in 2 more subs, so he's probably using his substitution limit for the evening.
Yates from Severance Park, Maryland, and of course Garrett Pettis from Middletown. No stranger to the Islander organization. Ball comes all the way across, and is that Marshall down there? Marshall took a knock to the back. Let's see off of this corner kick what happened here. Marshall going up for the header here. Oh, right over the back. Look, he's going to fall on that back. Yeah, that is so sore. You catch that hip.
Well, it knocks the wind out of him, and he doesn't see it coming. You know, he goes up and does the right thing to challenge. And when you go up and challenge and you're high like that and you come over somebody's back, there's no defense for that. You can't even get your arms out underneath you. And that's always a tough knock. It knocks the wind out of you a little bit, and it jars your mind.
You'll feel that for the next couple minutes. Islanders need to recharge here and get something moving as we are in the 70th minute. USL Live is on U-Nation this year, the league's official online video channel. You're watching us here tonight on U-Nation. Happy to have you along. Are you a citizen of USL Nation? Come join us at uslnation.com, where you can catch all of the USL Pro games throughout the season. Great place to catch all the action. I know we enjoy bringing you City Islander games here on U-Nation and uslsoccer.com. We'll have our substitutions, I think, now, or Marshall getting talked to here. There you see Manny Guzman, who had the assist on the first goal of the game from Budney in the 30th minute.
Fans, just a quick reminder, with the City Islanders game against the Union on Tuesday.
Islanders down 2 goals, and they're in no hurry here to make a change here, Larry. So Torre will exit the game, Umbiji will exit the game. In the game will be Zizzi and Malor.
At this point, Coach Betcher knows now he's going to rest his players. He knows that his players had very little in the tank, and so now he's going to rest, and he's going to hope and see if his youngsters can do something and pull this thing out. That's great. Again, this is an opportunity for them to show themselves. He knows what he has, his players. He knows his guys did what they could tonight, but just didn't have enough in the tank.
Great save there by Noble. But Zizzi in the game now for the Islanders out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And Malor out of Oldham, UK. So corner kick here for the Wilmington Hammerheads. The ball will be served in by Luke Holmes. Holmes getting ready to play this in now. Ball drifts in near that back post, and that one's going to be headed away by Marshall, trying to get there to keep it in play, and does. What a great play by Marshall here. And able to still keep it in play. And no, it's going to go off the sidelines. Good run, good hustle there from Andrew Marshall out of Winfield, Illinois.
Where years of experience prove that strength is defined by determination and potential, not just muscle. Both Jim Hershey, stop in for your free workout today.
Here's Ekra now. Pelletier. Duckett has Zizzi wide. Here's Pettis for Zizzi now.
3 minutes left in Bear before the...
Oh, Pettis with a great ball down this near side. Can he get there? Pettis is taken down on the play. No call. So it'll be a goal kick here for the Wilmington Hammerheads.
That's great work by the Islanders. A couple of inside-outside knocks and then slip Pettis in. Pettis did a nice job of getting there. It's unfortunate they didn't get the call on the end line. It looked like it could have been a foul there, but...
So we are in our 73rd minute. Wilmington still up 2-0. We'll pause so we can hear from some of our sponsors.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
opportunity there for the Islanders. We'll take a look at it again here on the replay. Far side of the field, ball swung in, and that one just flicked wide of the mark. Real close, but the Islanders still sitting behind by 2 goals here. Holmes cuts it back. Zizzy able to come up with it. Pettis. Here's Pettis now still with it, and that one taken away as Nicholson comes back and gathers that one. Quick ball driven down in, and Noble able to gather it in for the Islanders. Islanders really need to pick up the pace. It seems like maybe they're starting to kick it a little bit here. They are a late, at least this season so far, we've seen a late breaking team. So maybe this is where the 75-minute mark or so is when the gas tank starts to pump a little better or something here.
Well, again, I mean, these younger kids that came in, you know, they're going to certainly get a little rhythm. Once they get into it, they get a little bit more comfortable on the ball. You know, hopefully they do establish something and they can come back and at least strike and get a goal and make this a little bit interesting. But as of right now, they just don't seem like they have the lust that they need to be successful this evening.
Ekra trying to bring the ball down. Looks like a player for Wilmington just went down over there. Maybe fatigue or twisted an ankle, not sure.
I tell you, he looks like he did the split.
Malort,
that did not look good.
No, it didn't. Malort takes that one to the end line, gets a corner kick out of it.
Corner kick for the City Islanders.
Going down on the play was Taylor. Malort will drive this one down in front, headed on by Pettis, but up and out of play. So the Islanders getting on the end of that one, but again, not able to find the back of the net.
That's a great ball in by Malort. However, Garrett would have been so better served to start a little bit deeper, come in late but come in hard. He was already stationary when the ball was in flight, and always a difficult ball to get back up at that point and then trying to head it back down.
Horwath will send this one forward. Holmes comes out of the games now for the Wilmington Hammerheads, and in the game now is A.V. Sion.
Beer sales are now officially closed.
All headed on. Duckett still with it. Vision gets that one off the end lines. Duckett with the throw in. Quick restart into Pettis. That one intended for Zizzy, too far for him. We'll have a restart here for Wilmington. Marshall for Zizzy. Pettis still with it now. This one intended now for Herzog. Herzog trying to chase it down. Marshall trying to see if it'll go off the end line, and he does.
CPRS Physical Therapy is an employee-owned company with multiple locations in central Pennsylvania. CPRS is the official physical therapy and athletic training.
Noble swinging this one out. Even Noble seems a little antsy when the ball's coming back tonight, Larry. It seems like everybody's just like a tick off or something tonight.
Well, and again, you know, they've had a couple extra games in here beyond their league games.
Right.
With all the MLS teams coming to the island and whatnot, and a lot of excitement, a lot of extra time on their legs. So, I mean, these guys are playing a lot of games, more so than the average team does. So, at this point, I mean, you can obviously see a little fatigue. And, again, Coach Betcher recognized that, made some changes, given some other guys some minutes.
Ball driven down for Malort. Malort able to get there. Pettis going up for this one. Heads it down, but that one gathered in by Horwath. If you want to come out and see the City Islanders and the Philadelphia Union, you can do so on Tuesday night. There'll be an exhibition. And instead of playing it on the island this year, they're moving it to Hershey Park Stadium. Game time 7 o'clock. Come on out and enjoy watching your favorite MLS stars as well as your USL Pro stars as the Islanders take on the Philadelphia Union. And then not too long after that, they'll be playing for Open Cup action. Of course, the two teams working together. And now they'll be playing against each other in actual action as the Islanders will actually travel to the Philadelphia Union for that Open Cup match.
Yeah, talking to GM John Gregg, we had talked about why they couldn't use the Tuesday night match as the Open Cup match. But because that was predetermined and they have the home game, they were unable to be successful at having that as their Open Cup match.
Exactly. Our next match that you'll be able to catch here on U-Nation and Invicta Sports will be next Friday night. And that'll be Rochester in town. It'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff as well, so make sure you tune in at 6 o'clock on U-Nation and Invicta Sports. That'll be a good one. Rochester and Harrisburg always battle hard here on the island.
You know, Rochester, one of the original teams in this league many years ago.
Zizzy with a strike that just goes wide of the mark.
What a great touch by that young man to take a good positive touch forward, set himself up for the left foot, and nice, great rip past the post. Certainly putting a little bit of confidence points in Coach Betcher's pocket that the young man can get it done.
Out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania, local product to the Harrisburg area. Zizzy with the strike there and just barely missing. Harrisburg still looking for that first goal of the match. There's Marshall with it now. Marshall is pushed up into the play now for the Islanders. Here's Zizzy now for Yates, and that one knocked out. Duckett will send this one back forward. Over the top on Ekra. No call. Yes, they will. So Harrisburg will have a restart here.
Free kick, Harrisburg.
Visit us, visit USL Pro on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro, where you can find stats and scores and everything about your local team and your favorite team, news and more, exclusively at USLsoccer.com and at USL's Facebook page. Pelletier will take the restart again here for the Islanders. Drives it near that far post, headed on by Marshall, and nice job by Horwath to come out and swat that one away, Larry.
Great recognition. I mean, the ball actually skimmed on the first entry ball from Pelletier, and Horwath came off his line great, timed it well, punched it out of bounds. Great job by Horwath.
We've got a throw in deep on the far side now. Long throw in. Looks like Duckett was hit from behind as he goes down deep inside the box. Pelletier flicks this one on, cleared out, comes right back now. And that one sent by Marshall is going to go up and out of play. We'll have a goal kick, and Duckett is still down on the far side. We'll take a look at the save here as the ball was swung in. Pelletier swings this one in, and right there, Harwarth coming out real strong. Wasn't sure what happened on the injury, though. Duckett is back up on his feet, though. Looks like maybe he took a knock to the shoulder, Larry.
When Horwath comes out like that, he's committing himself to punching the ball out, and anything in his path, certainly he takes no prisoners. And unfortunately, sometimes there's players that get injured through that, but that's his job. He's got the opportunity to come out in the 18, use his hand, put a double-fisted punch, and unfortunately, sometimes it's either directly from the keeper or into a defender, into their player. So it's a rough ball for the opposing player, meaning Duckworth, but Duckett, I apologize, but you know, the goalkeeper did his job.
Here's Malore. Gets a shot off. Here's Marshall. Marshall can't shoot it. Flicked out in front, and that one is going to go out of play. We'll have a corner kick. Yes, we will. It'll be a goal kick or a corner kick now for the Islanders. As we are in the 83rd minute. Not sure if the reason Wilmington are upset with this is they think the ball was out of bounds before Harwarth played it, and it was last played by an Islander, I think. Oh, that ball comes dangerously down inside, but nobody to get to it. Nobody can get to it, I should say, for the Islanders. And that's kind of the way the night's gone tonight.
Chad, I was thinking the same thing. Thinking the same thing. That has just been their night.
Here's Pelletier. You know, I got to give Wilmington credit. They've played well tonight. They've taken chances. Shot, and there's the outside of the goal for Zizzy. I thought that one was in, but it's a save. And we'll have a corner kick again. Wilmington, on the other hand, has done a good job. I think they've come in with a good game plan. They went up early, and they've been defensively playing tough inside that 18-yard box. So Wilmington has come in and played a good game plan.
ESP, it's time to unleash your potential.
Pelletier drives this one near post, and again, it comes right to an Islander player that can't play. It hits Duckett in the midsection. And Duckett's still slow to get up.
You know, Chad, you're right. I mean, Wilmington comes. They put themselves in a position to go up early. They get the second goal to make things a little bit more difficult for the Islanders.
Oh, yeah.
And when the Islanders weren't producing, Coach Betcher was forced to have to go to his bench. And I'm sure a lot of it's fatigue, though, Chad. The more you read into it, you know, some of these guys are definitely quality players for the Islanders, and just tonight didn't bring enough. And Coach Betcher felt like, hey, it's time to get him out. Let's get him some rest, get some of these young guys some minutes. And I'll tell you, I've been very impressed with Zizzy. Since he stepped on the field, he's been very crafty, very good, connecting his passes, dangerous.
Took 2 good shots at the goal.
Absolutely. He's showing that, hey, I want to play, Coach. And he's given, like I said, some confidence points to Coach Betcher to say, I can get him in.
Got a stoppage here as the player's down on the field. We're going to take a pause, hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
Time ticking away here on the Islanders. No overtime period to win this one here tonight, as once the whistle blows for regulation, that's the way it ends in USL Pro Soccer action. No overtimes in regular play. In our 86th minute, Wilmington scoring in the 30th minute. Budney from Guzman to get that first goal of the game, and then just 3 minutes later, the 33rd minute, Herzog from Holmes, and that made it 2-0. And Wilmington has been able to defend so far and keep the Islanders off the score sheet.
You know, they have done a good job. Their game plan has worked to perfection as so far. I mean, they're still working hard. Herzog, target forward for Wilmington, is continually working back on defense, trying to dig out any balls, deny any easy entry balls. Wilmington has done a nice job tonight, Chad. I mean, they're going to walk away in the weekend, as things stand as they are, with 4 points, 3 tonight and 1 last night.
Nice flick on here to Herzog. Herzog takes it in. Oh, great backdoor cut there.
Absolutely great run, individual run by Herzog. A little dip to the left, push to the right. Great ball.
Tremendous run, took everybody to that right side and quickly flicked it near that near post here. Right there, behind the back door, boom. What a great turn. We're going to see Wilmington still stretching this field here. That ball's going to be a little too long. Great idea, slow the game down, move the ball around. Zizzy in for Pettis. Pettis can't come up with it. That'll go off of Zizzy and out of play. In our 88th minute, I'm not sure how much stoppage time we'll have. A few injuries out there. Probably get about 3 minutes or so of stoppage time still. That one headed away by Duckett. You know, Duckett's had a good game here tonight. If I had to pick somebody on the field tonight that did perform well for the Islanders, I would have to say that Duckett has had a really good game. He's had impact both defensively and offensively on corner kicks, and of course defensively back there. A couple missteps, but I think he's had a pretty solid game.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Chad. I mean, he's obviously gotten forward. He's gotten dangerous on the outside flank, flying forward, getting service in, making himself available on corner kicks. He's been very impactful from that perspective, and defensively he's been solid, as he has been all year.
Corner kick for the Islanders. Pelletier will come over and take the kick. Malore with it now. Malore drives this one near that back post, and it's going to be out of play. We're going to have a substitution.
Substitution into the game for Wilmington.
Umbro, True Soccer since 1924. For more information, visit www.umbro.com. Send us your feedback if you like what you're seeing here tonight and throughout the season. Follow us on Twitter at InvicaVideo or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/InvicaHD. So Christian I should say Cherition in the game now for Wilmington, as we are in our 90th minute of play here. Wilmington up 2-0. Both goals coming in that first half of play. Ball will be sent out of bounds. Duckett will take the throw. Pettis trying to settle that. He's hit from behind. We'll have a restart here for the Islanders.
That's Tuesday, June 12th, Hershey Park Stadium. And the City Islanders take on the Philadelphia Union. Wilmington Cowboys number 3, Yahya Musa.
Duckett's going to send this one towards the goal. Oh, great job again by Alex Horwath to come out and get his hands on that one and knock it out of dangerous territory.
You know, I know it's important to get the ball into the mix and flight balls in, but high balls like that are to the goalkeeper's advantage. Obviously, they got the extra yardage when they leap in the air with their arms. That ball, he certainly would have been better served if he could have driven it in maybe eye high, I call it. And then by the time it gets to the penalty spot, it's more of a beeline, and they have more of an opportunity. Flighted balls deep in like that, especially with an aggressive goalkeeper, just usually don't work.
Yeah, and they have plenty of time to time their run out to play on that as well. So we're going to have 5 minutes of stoppage time, 5 minutes. So Islanders scoring 3 goals in 3 minutes against New England. So is it doable? Yes, it is. So there's a corner kick. Zizzy going near that back post, and boy, if he'd have stayed right there, he could have got a shot at that ball. Oh, Pettis is hit hard from behind. A restart here. Pelletier will settle it down. So 4 more minutes here of stoppage time. Malore is actually going to take this and swing it in from his left foot. Ball swung in, and that one headed away. Settled down on the far side by Pettis, and that's going to go off a defender as Wilmington just getting everybody back in that box now, Larry, making sure they clog it up here for this last 3 minutes or so.
That was a great ball by Malore with pace, whipping the ball in like that.
Here's Pettis. It looks like Marshall was taken down inside the box. Pettis gets a shot off, and that one's going to be a corner kick. Marshall trying to get a call out of that. Ball swung in here by Pettis down inside. Malore gets a strike out of it. It's going to go all the way across, and actually that was Yates that took the ball on the far side, the corner kick, and couldn't get that one in. So we have a goal kick here for the Wilmington Hammerheads. You see Tom Malore from the UK for the City Islanders.
That's a tough ball coming back across into Yates like that. The ball skips, it's a little high on his non-dominant foot. Very difficult ball for him to bring back down again.
Horwath drives this one up. Over Zizzy. Herzog is still in there. And we'll have a free kick. A quick restart. Yates with it now. Yates has Duckett out wide and Zizzy. Gets it into Zizzy now. Zizzy waits. Has Duckett on the overlap. That ball's going to go deep, and Harworth will wait. Slow down this clock as much as possible. We've played about 3 minutes of the 5 minutes of stoppage time that was called for. But of course, the official on the field can make the final call. Basso gets ahead on that one. Malore comes back for it now. Wilmington still pushing hard. Here's Basso. Has Zizzy breaking inside. Gets it to Yates, though. Yates ahead for Marshall. Oh, shot taken, check there. Rather Pettis, I apologize. And that one goes off a defender. So Pettis has had some opportunities here, Larry. But defensively, Wilmington is doing their job.
They have. And you know, Garrett's going to have to bring that ball to his left foot, even if it is non-dominant, and try to hit it left-footed, because the inside lane was certainly cut off.
Ball driven down inside. Flicked on again. Shot taken, and a great save there as Zizzy trying to get a foot on it again. Zizzy in a good spot on the field. Horwath able to gather that one and comes near this far side eventually here. And Zizzy's just going to get a turn and a nice save. Alex Horwath has been busy in the second half, but has been up to the challenge.
I'll tell you, Horwath has done very well this evening. I mean, he's read a lot of balls coming across. He's done very well timing balls, clearing balls out. My opinion, man of the match.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Definitely defensive man of the match.
Herzog's going to take this to the corner and just try and slow things down. If you see it down in there now, and that one's going to go out of play. It'll be an Islander throw. Duckett trying to clear out. Sends it in for Noble. Back for Duckett. And now for Noble. Noble having to do some work back there right now. Nice job by Harrisburg to clear the zone, though. Here's Pelletier with it. Going to send it to the outside now for Basso. Basso trying to cut it back. He's taken down, but it'll be a throw-in for the Islanders. In for Yates now. Yates chips this one near the back post, and that one cleared out by Wilmington as Ekra was there, and that's going to do it. Wilmington takes home the victory tonight by a score of 2-0. The first goal coming in that 30th minute as Budney and Guzman connected, and then 3 minutes later, Herzog with an assist from Holmes made it 2-0. So Harrisburg, not a good showing here tonight. It was kind of a, I'm not sure how to describe the game, Larry.
It's a bit of a lackluster game, almost like two teams that are just out for a Sunday afternoon stroll. I didn't see a lot of urgency from Harrisburg. What I saw from Wilmington was an opportunity to come out, which they did. They started quickly. They got their 2 goals, and then they were able to put it on cruise control and realize that Harrisburg was unable to really come back from that.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with our post-game show when we return on Invicta Sports.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing and Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Get out of here. Welcome back to the Skyline Sports Complex. Wilmington with the final score, 2-0 over Harrisburg. We hope you enjoyed all of our coverage here on Invicta Sports and U-Nation. For Larry Julius, I'm Chad Edwards. Don't forget, Harrisburg and the Union Tuesday night at Hershey Park Stadium. And then next week, Rochester will be in town on Friday night, a 6 o'clock start. Hope to see you here on the island. Again, thanks for watching Invicta Sports and USL Soccer on U-Nation.